What if the path to living a more vibrant and empowered life, full color, wasn't about doing more, but doing things in a way that matters? Welcome to the Full Color Wellness Wake Up Call with Kat and Dr. Cynthia. These bite sized sessions are here to give you support between our full length episodes. We'll highlight one simple thing you can work on right now to find a version of wellness that fits your life, not someone else's. Because balance is messy, wellness is wild, and we're here for the ride. Full color and unfiltered. Welcome back to the Full Color Wellness Wake Up Call. Today we're doing a little perfection detox because here's the truth. The wellness world, it's gotten really loud. Everywhere we turn, TV, magazines, Instagram, podcasts, they're all telling us what wellness should look like and what it absolutely should not. I mean, all the smoothies, why are they always green? How come we're tracking our sleep instead of actually sleeping? And our movement has never been so optimized. And if you're not doing all of this perfectly every single day, somehow we're all wrong. But I don't think that's real life. I think it's definitely not real wellness.
This idea of perfectionism can be really damaging. We've seen it with clients. We've both worked in healthcare long enough and wellness long enough to know that the biggest expert on yourself is you, and you really need to listen to that and honor yourself.
Right, exactly. I mean, we love sharing information with our listeners, but our goal is not to give them a checklist. It's to help them get curious, to experiment, to discover what's actually supporting them. And we have a few suggestions to help you start your perfection detox.
Before you start any wellness habit, you really want to ask yourself, what do I want to get out of this? What's your return on investment? You don't want to go to extremes. If you do too much in the name of health, the effort outweighs the return and you're just miserable. You've given up so many things and you're just unhappy. If you do the bare minimum because you think it's an interesting fad or something you want to try, then you're half-assing it and you don't get the return you want. So the key is to find that happy medium.
And let's talk for a second about where we're getting these ideas of what we're striving for, right? We have our ROI, but how did we come up with what this wellness looks like? Many of us are turning to online and we're seeing these images and these videos. And folks, I am here to remind you, these are curated wellness images, okay? They are edited and perfected so that you're ready to absorb the beautiful performance and experience that this person is putting forth. And I think those are great, right? We need to see these sort of idealistic goals, but we don't want to strive for that ourselves because we don't have these opportunities to edit our everyday life.
You can't get six-pack abs overnight. That's not real.
No. And quite frankly, I've accepted that I'm not going to have six-pack abs. I'm okay with that.
So how do we start to set that return on investment point? I think it's important to turn inward, pay attention to your body, what feels good, pay attention to whether what you're doing clears your mind and helps you feel better emotionally, and also whether it gives you energy and is supportive or whether it's draining. It's finding that relationship between what you do for your health and what actually makes you feel happy and nourished. Wellness isn't meant to be an experience of deprivation and self-punishment. You shouldn't feel terrible. You shouldn't feel like you're giving up everything that's important to you for those goals.
Yeah, and I want to talk for a moment about what we give up. Working in the holistic health field, I often come across clients that are like, I don't have gluten, I don't have dairy, I don't have sugar, I don't have grains, I don't have alcohol, I don't have caffeine. Like, Jesus, do you have any fun? Like, do you do anything that's joyful? I've given up a lot of these things too. And whenever I hear clients talk about this, I'm asking them, well, are you happy living that way? Do you feel balanced? Because I personally have an autoimmune disease. So that's why I've given up a lot of the things I've given up. But I don't think about it like that on a day-to-day basis. I feel very nourished and fulfilled. And I look forward to the foods that I eat and take in. But I had to make that adjustment within myself to make sure that I don't feel like I'm giving up everything. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Instead, these are things that are aligning with my values, my happiness, and my energy.
And you didn't make those adjustments overnight either.
No, not at all. These were slow, small shifts that I've made over the years so that I could get to a point where I feel like the choices I'm making are supportive. They're not restrictive. And I think we have some supercharged shifts that we can share with our listeners too.
Your supercharged shift is to listen to the expert, and you're not going to find that person online because it's you. Start listening to yourself, your body, and your mind, and set a realistic goal.
What's going to be a realistic goal? Like, how do I know what that is?
To set a realistic goal, think ahead, be specific, have a time frame when you want to achieve it. It should be something that doesn't feel overwhelming, that you think you can actually achieve. You should have the time to do it. You should know what it looks like when you achieve it. And you should think ahead also about any barriers. What might get in your way to prevent you from achieving this? And how do you work on that ahead of time so that it's not a problem? And I'd also suggest writing it down or telling someone, so that helps you commit. And I will put all this in the show notes for you because it's a lot to remember.
Great. Thank you, Cynthia. And thank you, listeners, so much for joining. If you want to dive deeper on your health and wellness, check out our website, www.yes2holistic.com. And we really do want to keep exploring this path together. Please drop a comment, share your perfection detox story. And before you leave, please share the wealth of health by liking and subscribing to our channel. And remember, this is your journey. It's all about taking these small, meaningful steps towards a healthier, happier you. Full color. Until next time, say yes to your well-being and take care.